Okay, gems, and today, as you can see, we are doing blushes, bronzers. I will also do contour, creams, cream blushes, and palettes in a little bit. But let's get started with all these powders because they're already set up. I am trying a new layout, so if anything looks different, the lighting looks different, shadows are on this side. I'm just trying to play around with the best way to show you guys these things. So, with that said, let's get into it. Start off with the Wet n Wild, which is right up front. I actually have two brand new of the ombre blushes, and I know these aren't expensive, but they're brand new, still in the sealed package, so I might as well just set these aside to give to someone because I'm obviously not using them. I obviously don't need them if I haven't even opened them, and I want to say I've had these for like 2-3 months, so what's the point? So I'm definitely giving those away. Then we've got the color icons. These I have opened up. I think all of them. That's a bad sign if you don't even know if you've used it. So I actually don't really like this pearlescent pink. I think it's a little too bright for me. So I'm going to pass this one along. And then these two I actually do really like. The apricot in the middle. This one took me a long time to find, so I'm not getting rid of it very easily. And then this is Rosé Champagne. It's just a really pretty everyday kind of shade on me. So I'm keeping those two. Alright, you know what? Let's do the going away pile over there. Alright, this trio I really, really like. It has everything you need. It's the Sunset Junction. It was limited edition. Blush, highlight, bronzer. This is going to go in the maybe pile because I have other products that kind of, do what these do. But I like the convenience of this, and it was limited edition. It works really well. So this one I'm kind of iffy about. I'm going to set it aside, and depending on how much stuff I have at the end, it might stay or might go. So for now, it's a maybe. This ColourPop blush is the only ColourPop blush I had. This is in Between the Sheets. It's like one of the most popular colors. Honestly, guys, this got really weird and crusty on me pretty quickly. I used it maybe 2-3 times. It really isn't all that pigmented. It's okay, but I mean, I'm not going to apply my blush with my fingers the way I would an eyeshadow, and I don't feel like this is even a very good formula, so I'm actually just going to toss this in the trash bin because I don't even want to share this with someone. Like, it's just bad. Maybe I got a bad one, everyone else loves this, but I got a nasty one. Moving on, Milani Luminoso must have. This is such a staple. Mine actually fell and broke, so it's actually quite flattened out. It's down at the pan. Not that I used it up, but because most of it fell out, but it still has plenty in here, so I'm going to keep this baby. Then we've got this highlight, supposed to be Amber Nectar Illuminating Face Powder. This is a whole lot of nothing, so I'm just going to pass this along, see if my sister or someone else can get use out of it. This blush here is Delicioso Pink, another standard. I don't really have many bright pinks, but my best friend will get more use out of this. She really likes these kind of bright colors, so I'm going to pass this along. This is my only cargo. I love it. This is the Molokai blush. It's a beautiful peachy one. I'm not getting rid of this. I've had it for a while and I just love it. It's beautiful. It's a really nice peachy shade. It looks really good on me. I really like it, so I'm not passing that on. It's one of my favorites. This Makeup Geek, I got it in a BoxyCharm, I want to say, recently, or Ipsy bag. And I honestly haven't given it enough of a shot to say I love it or hate it, so I'm going to keep this because I really want to try it a little bit more. Then the City Color Be Matte Blush. Okay, the cap is broken, you guys can see, but I really like this color. I like the way it works on me. It's a beautiful corally kind of blush, bright, great pop of color. So even though summer's over, I can still use this with a light hand and get, just a nice flush. So this is definitely a favorite, and I'm keeping that. Give me a sec. Alright, moving along. Tarte. Okay, these babies, there's two that I have to keep, and that's definitely this one here. It's Exposed. Classic, must have, keeping. Then this was a limited edition. I think it was like an anniversary one. This is in the shade Celebrated. And it's such a pretty, like, everyday, neutrally peach color. I love this. Not even peach, it's like a pink. Look how pretty that is. So it's like a dusty, rosy, I don't know, it's beautiful. I love that. I'm keeping it. But most of these little ones, I got them in a holiday set, and honestly, I haven't touched them, haven't tried them. I think this was last year's holiday set. These two, and then these three were part of some other collection. Or maybe two of them didn't come with a design. I don't remember, but I haven't touched these in over a year. This one I did use. This is Dollface. This I got a long time ago in like a kit that had Park Avenue Princess and this. And I like this one. So I'm keeping Dollface because I've used it. But these 4 are brand new. Someone else can definitely get some use out of those. So those are all going bye-bye. Moving on to the few bronzer slash contour products I have here since they're very little. This butter bronzer I picked up recently. I still even have the crappy brush, so goes to show I haven't used it much. So I'm going to keep it because I'm not sure how great or how sucky it is. I love this MAC Hey Sailor limited edition bronzer. I'm keeping that. And then this MAC, this is a blush in taupe, but I like to use it as a contour. It's the perfect contour shade. It's not too deep. You kind of have to build it up. I think it's drying up, but it definitely has a cooler tone for contouring, so I really like this blush. And moving in to the rest of the MAC. Now these, for the most part, I'm not getting rid of. I really love my MAC blushes. A lot of these were limited edition. This has been a favorite for a long time. That was limited edition. This I think was part of a recent collection as well. Is the Cosmic Forest Mineralized Blush. So I'm keeping that too. These 3 I actually really like. It's Stay By Me. I think this is permanent. It's part of the Pro Longwear set. Stunner. This was limited edition too, and I love it. So my MAC ones aren't really going anywhere because these are just too good to really get rid of, honestly. Like, I might depot them, but I'm definitely going to keep them. And then my highlights. Highlight is something that I didn't think I had that many, but obviously this can be passed along. It's Study Color. I tried it, but I wasn't wowed, and I have so many others. This ColourPop is just too deep for me. This is in the shade Golden Child. It's just too bronzy. I'm too pale for it, so I'm going to pass that along. This ColourPop is Lunch Money. It's a classic. It's beautiful, super creamy and nice, and yeah, I mean, I'm not letting that go. That's beautiful. But this could almost be a dupe for the Mary Luminizer from The Balm. I feel like they're very similar. See how bright like they both are? Mary Luminizer is just a little bit more yellow, I feel, and this one's a little bit more neutral or more silvery. But they're so pretty. I know I don't need them both, but I don't want to let them go. So I'm keeping those 2. MAC Soft and Gentle. This one I purchased not too long ago, a few months I want to say. And it's another one of the, see, it's the same kind of color. Alright. I don't know. I can't get rid of these. I love these so much. And last but not least, Champagne Pop. You know, nobody gives that away because, hello, expensive and beautiful. Sorry, didn't mean to blind you. But yeah, no one gets rid of Champagne Pop. And that's definitely more of a peachy glow, but alright, highlighters, I didn't do so well, but hey, we got rid of a couple. So there you have it for all the palettes. I'm sorry if I'm talking too quickly, I just don't want this to be a 75-minute video. As for cream blushes, this is going to be easy because I'm also keeping all of these. The only cream blushes I have are from the LA Girl Velvet Blush line. I love these. They work really, really well. They blend well, they're creamy, they last all day. So I can't get rid of any of these because I had more and I actually decluttered them before, but these are the ones that I actually am going to use. I mean, maybe this one's a little too deep for me, but I can even make that work. So yes, I have to keep these because they're just too beautiful to pass along. But moving along. Alright, now I do have a couple contour palettes and a couple blush palettes, so we'll just go through those quickly. Just kind of mix. And this one here. So, this cheeky sweet spot from Benefit. I actually really like this. I like the fact that it has all of the blushes. I thought the packaging was cute, but now that I've had to store it, it's kind of annoying. But I'm not getting rid of this because, hello, everything from Benefit in one box. Yes, thank you. But this Too Faced Cocoa Contour, between this and the NYX Contour Palette, I reach for the Too Faced more. I like the shades in this one better. That has this nice cool tone here, like contouring shade. The bronzer I don't use as much, but these two I do get more use out of. So I'm definitely going to keep this one. Sorry guys, don't want to blind you. And I'm going to pass along the NYX. I think my best friend could definitely get some use out of this. So I'm passing that along, keeping this. And this is another reason why I gave away so many of the Tarte blushes. I have 2 of their holiday blush sets, and I know I definitely don't need all that blush. So that's why I love these 2. I'm not giving them away, so that's why I gave away so many of the little ones. This blush and bronzer set from BH Cosmetics, I got, oh, Coastal Scents, my bad. I got it in a, I want to say, BoxyCharm recently, and honestly, like, I've used it, it's good and all, but I have so many other palettes that I really don't need this, so I'm going to pass it along. And last but not least, the two NARS. Again, this is just one of those brands that you don't get rid of. This was limited edition. This was the first one that they came up with, where it was like this whole holiday set with a bunch of face products. This was the first year that they released it, so it is a few years old, but I love it. This is the Don Mari palette, and it's kind of wonky. The packaging got weird, but you know what? The blush is still amazing. And then this is the Virtual Domination Cheek and Face palette. Again, another classic, like, and I'm glad they do have different shades. The other day I was trying to use, I thought this shade was in that one, and I was like, oh no, I guess not. Opened it, was like, oh yeah, they are different colors. So I do like the variety I have in both, so I'm definitely going to keep them both. Again, because NARS is one of those brands you don't really give away. You know, it's too beautiful, and it was too expensive, to be honest. So, let's do a final tally, why don't we? Okay, Gems, so final tally, we've got, I had 8 palettes, I'm giving away 2 over there. I started off with 10 MAC products, including the bronzer and the highlighter from them, and I'm keeping all 10. I'm probably going to depot these and put them in a palette I have, but I'm keeping them all because I love them. Tarte, I started off with 7. I'm actually giving away the 5 smaller ones and just keeping the 2 full-size ones. Wet n Wild, I started off with 5 blushes, and so I'm giving away 4 and just keeping the apricot one. Milani, I start off with 2 blushes and a face highlight thing. I'm only keeping Luminoso. I'm getting rid of the other 2. ColourPop, I actually decided to give away the 2 highlights that I had, like the Lunch Money and the bronze one, because much as I like the Lunch Money, I'm not going to use it compared to other ones, so someone else can definitely get some use out of those. So I started off with 3. I'm actually throwing away the Between the Sheets blush. That's going to the trash. Those 2 are going to someone else, though. LA Girl, I also decided to be good and give away 3 of these LA Girl cream blushes, even though I said I wasn't going to. And then these 2 blushes, this one's just too deep for me. I mean, I can make it work, but if someone else can get some use out of these, they're too good not to pass along. So passing those. So I'm getting rid of 3, keeping 3. Cargo, I'm keeping that one that I had. I'm keeping my Champagne Pop and Mary Luminizer highlighters. I'm giving away both the trios, the Wet n Wild. Even though this is limited edition and I really like it, it's very handy. I think my sister or someone else can use it. This highlight trio, again, someone else can use it more. Makeup Geek, I'm keeping that one, and my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So overall, I had 49 products. 1's going to the trash, 20 are going to a new home, and 28 are staying with me. And I know that's still a lot, but it's still an improvement over 49. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of this declutter in the comments down below. Don't forget to click the little subscribe button up here somewhere if you want to stick around for the rest of the series. And I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.